Hey, sorry guys. I must have muted at the same
Oh,
time.
we live?
I think so. So happy Monday, guys.
Everybody.
As you can see, we are
Bumper just got cut off. Like, okay, that's enough of that.
So anyone, I got football. Yeah, I want to talk about that. So anyone who lives in the Northeast, you have been hammered with snow. It was unexpected. I drive through on Saturday to go to Yardley, and they did not salt the roads or the highways or nothing. I almost didn't make it up a hill. I think I need to get new tires.
We were fine when we were driving up. When we started driving more, we picked people up. And then once we started going from Princeton to Lambertville, the closer we got to the Delaware River, the less they had salted or been in.
Saturday was really bad. They totally underestimated it.
They underestimated. And a town like Lambertville, and I explained this to my wife, it's a seasonal town.
Yeah.
After the holidays, you know what I mean? It's a fall. It's basically like a 4-month-a-year town.
All right. So this is the cold open, and I'm supposed to introduce comic books, and I will. We have comic books. That's all I got. So did Robbie join us?
Who knows?
Yep, he's waiting in the back.
There we go. All right. So hang out. We'll be right back, and we'll start the show.
We were okay.
Hey, there he is.
Robbie.
Robbie, what's up? So we had unexpected snow this weekend. Started on Saturday. The weatherman was completely wrong. I really should have become a weatherman. What a job. They missed it completely.
It's just random. It's just like this random, hey, there's going to be weather today.
And there was a lot. And I had to go up to Yardley to see some old friends. And that's in PA. It's not far. It's about 30 minutes. Took me almost an hour. And I knew I was in big trouble when the interstate was covered. And there was no brine, no salt. So it was just bad. And then Sunday, it was supposed to be bad. Do you see next weekend? All right. If you check your Apple weather, it's telling you 10 to 20 inches. All right. The Weather Channel is 3 to 5 on Saturday, 3 to 5 on Sunday. So I don't know.
If we had 10 to 20 inches, I won't be here Monday.
I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I don't know how I'm going to handle this. So obviously, when we get to Wednesday, we'll have a better idea. But it's just unreal. It was unreal. It was tough. But on with football talk. What a weekend of football. The Bills, I don't care if it's controversial. The Bills were screwed.
Well,
he was down. Okay, his knee was down. He had control, or it was incomplete. Whatever you want to call it. Okay.
Yeah. Where was the game being played?
It was being played. Well, it wasn't in Buffalo.
In Denver.
Yeah.
And the call or non-call benefits the Denver team. I mean, this isn't even something new. I've been saying NFL is raw as a joke. This is something that dates back to the 60s. They're not going to make those, or they're not going to do a call that affects the outcome of the game for the home team in the playoffs. They're just not going to do it.
Well, they made a call that affected the away team in the playoffs.
Yeah, but nobody cares about Buffalo.
I do. I want to see them win.
But the Bills never win the Super Bowl as long as I'm alive.
Well, they fired McDermott after that, which I found shocking.
I think that's super shocking. Like, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, who are you going to get better? I don't know. Like,
you don't know if it's a knee-jerk reaction. Also, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. One thing you absolutely do not fire a head coach for is a blatantly bogus basically, I don't even want to call it just a single call, but an aura of bad officiating. Minutes in the game of bad officiating. That's not the head coach's fault.
So, Lyle, for the first time, it's going to be as cold here as where you are. Not as cold as where you used to work, but as
I was going to say, not that cold, man.
And ain't nothing that cold.
Hey, I'm trying to flying saucer under the ice in my yard. Leave it alone.
It's brutal. I mean, absolutely horrible. I almost wish it wasn't 60.
Marcus, you're right. You can't spell bills without L's. It's
because 60s were coming out with just a sweatshirt, and I was getting used to it, and then my body had to readjust. I would have preferred it not be 60 the last week. It was almost a big con. So, but yeah, so it was a good weekend of football, though. I mean, it was defense. CJ Stroud, I don't know about the future for him. You can't cough up the ball that many times and expect to win.
Yeah, and poor Bo Nix, man, right?
Oh man, that was brutal. That was brutal, and we didn't even know. I'm like, wait, what happened? Because he was walking around, a little bit in pain. You could see it on his face, but he's walking around to the sidelines and all.
Yeah.
And then they make the announcement after the game that he broke his ankle. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Yeah, easy. You're right. 10 teams, head coaching changes. So
it's just crazy for me for the Bills to fire their head coach right after losing a game in the playoffs, right, by 3 points. Like, it's just, I don't know.
On the road, really they're on the road. Even if you factor out
and it's not even their first game in the playoffs, right? Like, they've actually done decent. They've been a good team, and it's just.
I was surprised. I read that this afternoon. I have to admit, I was shocked. Yeah. I was shocked
that when that popped up on my phone, I was like, wait,
like what? Brian Dable, which I got to tell you, there's a rumor out there that the Birds are looking to pick him up as OC, and I am very concerned about that. But it was a good weekend of football to watch, I have to admit.
I love seeing all the people at the bar more on their phones because they're on BetMGM or whatever, and they're trying to get these bets in. And I'm thinking, you're missing the game, right?
It's weird. I don't think so. There is video of him in sidelines where he's kind of limping, and he makes this grimace, like he was in pain when he set his foot down.
Because I tell you what, if that rumor's true, that's ridiculous. That's like hilarious.
It was that run that towards the end of the game he made that run.
Well, if he slipped and fell in the locker room, then he should just sue.
Yeah.
Like if I slipped and fell in front of
whatever stadium they're at, whatever bowl that is. I'll
tell you right now, if I slipped and fell in front of Dynamite Comics,
I have
very different next Monday.
I have a love-hate relationship with Bo Nix. Of course, I don't want to see him injured, right? But he was quarterback for the Auburn Tigers, my college team that I root for, right? And then he left us to go to Oregon. And so I just can't find myself to root for him necessarily, but I hate to hear that he got injured right before.
Yeah, you don't mind seeing somebody like that lose. I mean, I don't want to see someone like off the field. Or
you got a good path to the Super Bowl right now. That's like, that's heartbreaking, man.
Not without Bo Nix.
Yeah,
I don't see them making it. That's unfortunate. And weird. I gotta tell you, I have no problem with seeing Taylor Swift at the games. I know the NFL doesn't as well, because she has brought more female fans, if you will.
Hopefully her stepping away from football frees her up to run for the White House. That's the only thing that could annoy these people more, which I'd vote for her 3 times. I'd use all my fake burner IDs to vote for her.
Yeah, I don't like her music, but I have to admit, as a human being, the way she's acted, the way she does things, her business savvy, I have the utmost respect for her. Certainly more than I have for Elon Musk. Okay. Without question. All right. She's fair. She compensates her employees, people on the Eras tour. She tips well when she's at the games. There was a story about
people in the restaurant industry that tells me that she's very warm, generous, and tips well. And that sort of tells me a lot of times people are like, I really like this person. And I don't say anything, but I know they're a terrible human being by the fact that they don't tip out well. You're worth 500 million, 200 million, 800 million, like whatever, the money is almost stupid at that point, right?
So number one Marvel fan, I don't know where the evidence for that is. So I have to be honest. It has become the in thing for the NFL fans to hate on Taylor Swift. Okay.
Every video I've seen of her, even when she doesn't know the cameras are on, she's sort of being like a decent person. So I don't, if somebody has a video of her strangling a cat, dude, post a link.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry. When you got someone like Musk going around, around with our government, taking money from our government, to fund his way of life, asking for $1 trillion to be paid to him by a company that he's tanking. Okay, I'm sorry, man. That's not a good human being. Okay.
A Carrie Swift ticket, Eddie, I'd be first in line on election day, like first in the morning, ready to turn the law.
Yeah, I'm okay with not seeing Mariah Carey.
Eddie and I do this every year on Facebook. We start with the Mariah Carey countdown. We start with the memes that she's defrosting, and then afterwards we get, and now she returns to the sea for another year.
So
she's literally like the Winter Soldier. They wake her up for like 8 weeks, 10 weeks at the most, and then
become a
back under joke. She goes.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I mean, if it takes money to maintain a public image in this day and age, you would think Elon Musk would have done that a while ago. Okay, so I believe she's the person she says that she is. Okay.
Most of these mega billionaires now, their life goals are to be James Bond villains, and they're not hiding it.
Yeah.
They're just doing it out in public. Well, if no one's going to do anything about it, then all you can really do is ignore it. Every time I see something with that guy, Larry Ellison, any of these other whack jobs, click, 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 click. I just click off, ignore, block. Let's try to set the algorithm on some of the other apps. Like I don't want to see that.
It's like I got to be honest. It's like everyone up in arms about Bad Bunny. Okay, doing the halftime show for the Super Bowl. Okay, first of all, if you don't like it, switch off.
I was
15 minutes.
I was indifferent
maybe 30
to it
for the Super Bowl.
I was indifferent to it until people hated it, and now I love it.
Yeah, to me, I have never watched the Super Bowl to watch the halftime show. Okay?
The only observation
one was when Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
I'll tell you right now, if people aren't happy,
that one I was like, whoa,
they're really going to be happy with Green Day.
The only observation I have for all of this conversation is y'all are very defensive, especially you, Rex, of Taylor Swift.
I got to be honest. To me, I don't understand what the pushback was. They showed her for a total of what?
Respect that.
A total of what? 3 minutes during a game? And everybody's up in arms. Oh, we don't want to see her anymore. Well, guess what? The NFL does. You know why? Because they can count the money. Okay? She's bringing in fans they could not touch before. Okay? So what's the problem? You have put up with 3 minutes of Taylor Swift. I believe she does good things with the power and money that she has. I respect her as a business person. She screwed the studios during the Era Tours movie. Okay. They wanted her to do it a certain way. She says, no way. I'm not doing that to my fans. And then bypassed them, went around them and got a release. And it was so great. Okay. So yeah, I am. I don't understand what the pushback is. I don't like her music. And that's fair enough. You don't like her music. That's good. But why would the world hate her? Yeah, that I didn't understand. Okay, what has that got to do?
I don't think the world hates her. I think there are a segment of people that dislike her, and because we live in the age of excrement, social media magnifies.
Yes, you did, Edward.
The bad stuff.
We should have a trophy for that.
That's what they do. Like people. Oh, everybody hates it. No, everybody doesn't hate this person. You know why? They have hundreds of millions of dollars to prove that you're full of shit. That's exactly how I know.
Fair enough.
It's always like, hey, if it bleeds, it leads, right? 100 years ago, in the newspaper industry, awful things were pushed to the forefront because they sold more newspapers.
Yeah, that's true.
They got more ratings. They got more clicks. Now we live in an age where, like, the worst human beings you could imagine own the majority of the social media platforms, which are how news and communications get disseminated. Of course, it's like a nightmare.
So, Lyle, how was my weekend?
Did you ever hear the term joy scrolling on the internet? No, you never hear the term joy scrolling.
Good point. So Lyle, my weekend was good. Saturday, I went to see. There's a group of old friends. They are parents and coaches.
All our friends are old now because
but they are. So go on a different kind of tangent. So I've been trying to recreate this the entire time I've been coaching and never been able to do it. So my daughter's last 2 years of softball in high school, she was on a club team for the Mystics. And we had a group of 6 families, more like 8 actually, but six of the families, we were all very close. We had the same attitude. We pushed our kid. We didn't blame another kid. We didn't try to compete with another kid or another family. We all just kind of bonded. As a single dad, one couple, they always kind of took care of me and my daughter. Sometimes I remember getting a call from them when we were in Binghamton, New York or something like that. Not a whole lot of places to go and eat there. And they were at the supermarket. We were going to have lunch in between games, kind of tailgate. And they called me just saying, look, we're buying cold cuts. We're going to bring, all the food. What do you guys like? Of course, I'm easy. I'm like, anything you guys want, we'll eat. But it became a group of friends that I tried to recreate that experience through the years, have never been able to do it. So once a year around this time, all of us meet somewhere at a brewery of some type, because that used to be our thing. We go to Colorado. We went to a New Holland brewery, which was cool. So we made it kind of a traveling brewery kind of thing. So we went to a place in Yardley. It was cute. It was on their main street. It was a cute little bar. Served food. The food was it was okay, but it was.
It's hard for places nowadays to have, like, for a brewer, because they're having to pay top dollar for top brewing talent. A buddy of mine's brewmaster, and I know what he makes.
Okay. The brews were okay. I had a flight.
No, but then they don't have enough money to pay a chef,
right?
Proper chef, right?
It was. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad. It wasn't something you write home about. It's not something that you put on South Jersey Food Scene, but it was okay.
Coming out of the pandemic, that was one of the complaints.
The pizza was not so good.
In Iron Hill, they claimed that's why they sold.
So I'm kind of a pizza snob, as I've said before. The pizza was okay. They had some sort of Brussels sprout thing, which was pretty good. The hummus was pretty good, but it's really comfortable. So if you see my Facebook, I post a picture. So the parents, one of the two of the coaches, we just all bonded. It was a very special time.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. You saw it. Yeah. I saw you liked
the pictures. I wish I had that feeling when I saw my friends this weekend. I just don't. I don't feel like it's a special time.
That time we spent together was, it was, you go to a tournament. We always stayed at a Hampton Inn, and we would just dominate the lobby, right? No bar, obviously, right? So inevitably, somebody with a cooler. We have our beers. The women have their wine. The Kirkland platters came out, so there was plenty of food. Yeah, we didn't care, and save money. We were spending all our money on softball, so we kind of hung out. Actually, we didn't like when we found a hotel that wouldn't let us do that because they had a bar. So we had to sit at the bar, and it got so expensive. But there was if you're a youth sports parent, there isn't much more there's to do. During the day, you're at fields, playing the games. Then at night, you're tired. The kid's tired. So the kids hung out, and then as parents, what are we going to do? So those of us that like each other, we hung. Usually in the lobby. And it turned out to be really good. Even the coach, who is my friend now, who's the head of the organization, there were some younger parents who tried to ruin the mood. But we had so many seniors that year, juniors and seniors, and we were the ones hanging out, that we would poo-poo them into silence. They try to cause friction, and did you hear so-and-so? And we're like, we don't care, dude. Step off. We're drinking beer. We're eating the Kirkland platters. Okay, move off. Okay, don't ruin our bus.
Beers,
we locked them out. I have to say that I found out years later, the team after that, because we graduated like 7 seniors that year. So the team was hurt. trying to replace everyone that left. And it was just, they had a losing record. Our team was good. We played and beat teams we shouldn't have beaten. We went to Colorado and
nice, Jay. Nice.
We really cleaned up there. We didn't win the whole thing. It was impossible. There were so many teams, and those West Coast Southern teams, they are hard to beat, man, because they're outside, most of the year. So it's just not the same. Right now we're inside, and it's just not the same as being out on the field. But
there's no indoor softball stadiums.
Not that most people can afford. So I have to admit, so that I spent my Saturday doing that. My practice got canceled, not my call, because of snow. But my daughter gives training for another team in a different town. So I went out to help her and hang out with her. So that was cool. So it was a pretty cool weekend, except for the snow. The snow was not cool. I dig my car out twice. I didn't think it snowed that much last night, right? I walk out this morning, I'm like, crap.
We brushed the cars off yesterday because we're at my buddy's house. We brushed the cars off yesterday. It wasn't that bad. Game starts, whatever, the food, everybody's drinking, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like 2:30 this morning, I get up to use the bathroom, and I walk down the hall. There's like a little window in the hall that you see the driveway. I look out, all the cars are covered. And I was like, well,
worse than that.
There we go.
Me too. What's going on, buddy? So, so the problem was this. By the time I got out and started to move the snow, it was all ice.
Yeah.
Okay, because it was so cold overnight, like in the 20s and the teens.
I had to try to chip away the ice and snow in my car when we got home. At first, I didn't realize it, and I was like, I don't
even do that. I try to get it in, turn the engine on, let it heat for about 15 minutes.
And then there was ice on it, so we have 2 electric kettles at our house, boiling water all over.
I'm getting to the age, so there is a law in New Jersey that you have to brush off all the snow and crap on your car. So I get into work, and one of my coworkers goes, you didn't brush everything off your car. I said, I'm old enough now. I don't give a crap. Okay. If the snow or ice on my roof hits your car, you're following me too close.
Who is that? Someone that's now fired from?
That guy, Kevin. So we joke. I mean, because he and I.
Kevin, can you come in here? We'd like to talk about your employment status.
He's probably good. No. Are you kidding me? He saves my butt. I save his. So I got no problem. But we just, it's banter, normal workplace banter.
Workplace?
But so I just get to a point now. It's like this morning I was like, good enough. I couldn't do it anymore. I was so upset because I had everything ready. I was leaving the house and I'm like, are you kidding me? I take one look at my car and I'm like, oh my God, I have to do this again. So start the engine and start chipping away. It was horrible. Not fun. I am tired of winter. Sorry, Jay, we have to take our break. All right, so we'll take our first break. We will talk about the giveaway. We'll do shout outs and get some books.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Hey, did you know that you're invited to an art gala? No, I mean the fun kind. It's SketchUp with Mog and Mel.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.
Featured guests talk about their new projects.
So it takes place in this fantasy world where the world is kind of lost its stories.
And life as an artist.
The hope was that you could make some amount of money when you exited art school.
While the ever-changing artist panel draws new works live in front of your eyes.
Oh, I like that. Working on the
And they're
shadow.
sexy. Sex, dude.
You still got a little bit of time.
Ooh, Phil, that's dope, dude.
Sketch Up with Mog and Mel, Thursday nights. Part of the experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
We gotta go back over there. That place is a lot of fun.
We're back. All right. So I want to try something different, though. You know what I'm saying?
What, somewhere different?
Yeah.
You know, somewhere different.
Yeah, I want to expand my horizons. So we're just joking.
If you want to take half a day, we'll go to Braddock's. But I'll tell you right now, we go to Braddock's for lunch. You won't be back for.
That might be a weekend trip.
You won't be back
That
here.
might be a
I'll tell you
weekend
that
trip.
right now.
So I want to start posting on the South Jersey food scene. It's a great Facebook group, and I don't go out to eat that much. I just don't. So, so we have new books coming out on Wednesday. So, I posted about one place, and it was a place that John and I went for lunch that day in between Friday in between Christmas and New Year's, because I don't have that much to post about. I just feel like being more active in that group. So I got to find more to post. All right. So
I'll tell you, if you want to treat yourself somewhere to eat locally on the way home, stop at K-Town Kitchen.
Yeah, I have.
I have you. I was going to say, and post something there, because Paul Kang and his daughter and his wife, and I think it's maybe like a sister-in-law or something. They do an amazing job. It's like 3
You know what? I was going to get a cheesesteak at Scotto's, but maybe I'll get their teppanyaki cheesesteak.
Their teppanyaki cheesesteak is really good.
You made me.
I brought one home one day, and this is a little bit weird, but I brought one home one day, and I added a little bit of cream cheese to it.
You know what the problem is? You know what the problem is? I know why. Because I've wanted to stop there after the show. They close at 8.
They close at 8?
Yep.
They also close, I think, on Monday. So
yeah, so that's the problem. I can't ever get anything because by the time I leave, it's already.
We had recorded a few South Jersey favorites, and then Marilyn decided she didn't want to post them because we don't do that. We don't rank, we don't rate, we don't score.
Right.
I don't care what goofball from Barstool
Positive group.
Like,
but
we tried about
say
we tried about 16 places, and that little Korean spot had the best wings we tried. It was
I had their wings. It's good.
And I don't think the other bars who sell 5,000 wings.
CVB, you have not missed a thing, my friend. All right, so here we go. So the giveaway of the night is The Walking Dead number 115, signed by Stefano Guadiano. All right, hashtag as always is hashtag EXP or EXP NCB or EXP Monday. Sorry. Lowercase, please. All right, so shout outs real quick. What's the weather like by you, Robbie?
Cold, but no snow, no ice. Possibility of it this weekend. But it's
I don't think got snow in Florida this weekend.
Yeah, like in the very southeastern corner of the state and the panhandle of Florida, they got snow, but not us. So it's just one of those fluke things. But they say we might get some stuff this weekend. Might get some ice or something, which shuts us down here. But yeah, it's in the 20s right now. It's freaking cold for us.
It is cold. Tell me about it. So, John, you'll be nice. You'll be happy to know that the front entrance is old man proof. I have put so much salt on there. Okay, because this morning it's like a sheet of ice. Okay, I don't need to break a hip. You don't need to break a hip.
Yeah, right. They don't. Do they not have like a service that clears the lot?
They're supposed to. But they do such a poor job. It feels like some guy's driving along and does like a drive-by and just throws salt out the window. It's so erratic. So I went out.
I have at the Bank Plaza in Larchmont. The guy literally cruises through with a truck, and then a guy cruises behind him with like a sand spreader. It's not even salt, it's sand, and they're gone. And I'm watching like senior citizens generally still go to the bank.
Right.
I have my banking, and it's like super funny. It's like the 1940s, and they're running out there. Meanwhile, they're they're afraid to take a step. The cars are whizzing through the parking lot. It's where my buddy's coffee shop is, and I'm just like, I was at the bagel store this morning, and I was just like, when this is filled with ice, this is going to be a disaster.
Yeah. We
went away for the weekend, came back. There was a thing in the neighborhood page about like a woman had slipped in a car, it almost hit her or whatever, and I'm like, okay.
So I put enough salt out there. It has more salt than a instant bag of ramen. Okay. There's so much salt on there. All right. So shout outs. All right. So first up, Easy. What's going on, bud?
We had a neighbor ask us what had happened to our house because when I got there, the first thing I do is I grab the container of the rock salt because it's like puppy safe. It's bright blue. My neighbor looks out the window, and because of the way the street light came on, all she sees is like glittering blue on our driveway because nothing had been shoveled or plowed yet. She's like, "What is happening at your house?" And I said, "That's rock salt for the dog. Regular rock salt isn't good for pets.
Yeah,
so that's why we use this."
I tried to shovel this morning. All I did was make it a sheen of ice. Yeah, I wasn't even moving it, so I just put salt down and just went on my way. All right, so what do we got here? All right, so Easy, CJ, Kenneth Bird, what's up, bud? Ed Weird, of course. Let me see. Mike Adsbill, how you doing, bud? Marvel fan, what's happening? Let's see. Marcus, of course, as always. Let me see who else is there. It's all a bunch. Lyle. Let's see. Marvel fan I got in. Let's see. Hold on. Ed Weird. I said hello to Goo. What's happening, bud?
It's kind of bummed. I thought 28 Years Later came out this weekend.
Unknown. What's happening, bud?
We're all psyched to watch it, and it's not out.
It did. Bone Temple came out this weekend.
Did it come out this weekend?
Yeah, I went and watched it last night.
How was it? Was it?
I loved it. I loved it. I watched 28 Years Later for the first time on Friday, I think, to get ready for it because I'd never seen the one from last year. And I thought that one was just kind of okay. But this one I loved. I loved it. It's so weird. Some of the choices characters make and some of it's weird, but it works and it's really good. I really like it.
I think the weirdness really hammers home the point. And let's be honest, a lot of people have tried to do this before, but it really hammers home the point of what the world is like after like a zombie, quote unquote, zombie apocalypse.
Ryan, what's happening, bud? Lefty, what's happening? So I think that Alberto, what's going on, buddy? Let's see.
I just dropped a review for Bone Temple on my channel this morning, actually, John.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Make two, welcome back.
Unfortunately, we went away this weekend, and they had sort of like a little kind of local
Bar Lord, what's happening, bud?
And when I didn't see it there, I'm like, well, I'm not going to drive 40 minutes to.
Yeah.
This weekend was sort of reserved for football.
Round guy, what's happening, man?
Weather permitting, this upcoming weekend, I'll probably check out Mercy over everything else, just because it's got Chris Pratt. It doesn't necessarily look very good, but you know what I'm saying? But
Mercy wasn't at the top of my list, but it's not like I'm not going to go see it.
I think it's the best choice out of the weekend, though. There's I guess Return to Silent Hill, but I've never seen any of those movies.
So what is the movie now, bud?
The original Silent Hill. Have you not seen the original Silent Hill?
I remember a girlfriend of mine watching it years and years ago, like around 2007 or whatever when it first came out. But yeah, outside of that,
creepy.
no.
The first one was legitimately like a creepy movie. I think they did a sequel, which maybe the less said, the better.
Okay. Tonight's movie, Rex, is 1987's The Running Man.
My favorite.
Yeah, based on the Stephen King novel. I didn't really like the new one, which is more based on the novel. This one's a little bit different, but it's the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. Jesse Ventura, Jim Brown. Come on, y'all. This movie's awesome. Mick Fleetwood is in this movie, y'all. Come on.
Corey, nice to see you, bud. So I just recently watched that again, and it's as good as I remember. That was
so cheesy, man. It's some of the cheesiest Arnold one-liners you ever have.
And my God, yes. Marcus, Sub-Zero is just plain zero now.
Oh my God, this is so stupid. Here's Sub-Zero.
Well, that I don't know which one has the more corny lines. I don't know if it's probably Running Man, but I recently watched the original Total Recall.
Watch that too,
and you kind of like forget just how so much of the movie is
definitely Running Man had more.
How much of the movie is shot to get you the Arnie one line.
I am surprised. I forgot about the opening scene where they're in that prison and with the collar.
Oh yeah.
So I totally forgot about that when I watched it again. I thought that's right. That happened.
Dude's head blows up, man.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. That's a great Suicide Squad right there, man. Right?
It looks like the guy who's in the new Running Man is being positioned in what we used to call the Chris slot, right? It was Evans, it was Pine, it was Hiddleston, Hemsworth, and they just are kind of tracking these guys down there, and they're getting them in the gym. They're running into movies where they're shirtless and doing all kinds of super alpha male stuff. It looked like they have this guy on that same track. I can't think of his name off the top of my head now.
Glenn Powell,
and I've liked him in other things I've seen.
So have I.
This was not either the movie wasn't right for him or he wasn't right for the movie. I just
so in the book apparently. So in the book, he's kind of this like skinny, kind of pale, not like a really.
Yes.
It's why he can't find a job, right? But they're trying to also make the bridge to the fact that Arnold played him as like a kind of like a superhero, right? So he's smaller and he's trying to be there's a little bit of that Edgar Wright kind of comedy in it, but at the same time, they're trying to make him as if he has the presence of Arnold, right? Like there's a bit where somebody hits him with an electric baton and he grabs it and it's just shocking the crap out of him and he's just like holding it, being like grimacing. And I just don't believe that he wouldn't just fall out
I
the rest of us, man. So I don't know.
My guess is that guy will be in a Marvel or DC movie eventually.
Dude, so there were always rumors. There've been rumors swirling around since they first mentioned the possibility of doing something with Booster Gold for Booster. I think that's way more in his wheelhouse.
Oh yeah,
he's not the stoic kind of actor. I think though he's great in Top Gun Maverick. Right, for instance.
Oh, so, no, yes. I have zero problems with that guy in those things. I don't watch the rom-coms.
I don't think it was him.
My wife and her sisters love him. He was in something with Sydney Sweeney or whatever, and they're all like,
was that Anywhere But Here or Anyone But You? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, just...
So I think part of the magic with
and Chad Powers is very entertaining.
Was a cast. It was well cast. You think about it. You got Yaphet Kotto in that movie, Richard Dawson, who played a great bad guy.
It doesn't matter how good an actor. I think it's Coleman Domingo is his name. That played
the guy from the new one. Yeah.
The TV host. You're not going to look great in comparison to Richard Dawson.
Well, especially with the fact that in the original they combined the producer and the host into one character.
Yeah.
And in this one, much like the novel, there's two separate
people.
Right?
It's one of those rare occasions where what the latitude they took with Running Man worked. It really worked.
Also, I don't know, like Josh Brolin, that guy's in a lot of stuff. He's a lot of box office. If you're going to have Josh Brolin in the movie, let's kind of, it seemed like almost, his scenes almost reminded me of when they made movies during the pandemic. It was clearly obvious that the scene was shot all by himself, except for the camera crew.
Right.
And then you just kind of spliced it in and CGI the background. Most of his scenes until you get to the end where he's like, I don't want to spoil the movie for anybody, but you don't really see it. Just seemed very weird. We talked about this early on. The pacing was weird. They couldn't seem to find a gear between action and comedy.
Hard to do. Is a remake a movie that was good and successful?
If you had asked me before, is Edgar Wright the guy to do this? I'd have been like, oh yeah, Edgar Wright is.
I love the trailer. The trailer got me really excited.
What's happening?
Something about the way the movie was cut. Like I said,
there's a tonal clash in there, man. They're trying to do like a quippy kind of like big budget tentpole movie, but also Edgar Wright's trying to make an Edgar Wright film, and I feel like there's a struggle between those.
Yeah, something. It just didn't work. I've seen it.
He doesn't have the artistic freedom in this film like he does in, say, Baby Driver, and you can really feel that, right? Like it feels like there's cooks in the kitchen.
I almost feel like there's a studio suit that comes down while he's watching the dailies, and I don't like that vibe in a movie. Stop trying to craft the message. If you hire a filmmaker, let them tell their story, or don't.
Yeah, I agree with Barlord. Barlord said he thought Coleman was one of the better parts of the movie. I did too. The game show. But I also agree with Barlord here. When Michael Cera shows up, like pointless, and it's just so. I feel like it's really just to set up a bit, right? It's really just to set up. It's so weird, dude. It's so clunky.
The only time I hate to say this, and I know Michael Cera has a lot of fans, unless we're talking about Scott Pilgrim, I don't need to see him in an action movie.
Yeah,
I just don't. If you want to put him in some kind of comedy or something, knock yourself out. The only thing with action I've ever seen Michael Cera in that was good was Scott Pilgrim. I don't think that's the guy. I don't think you need that whole scene. You could literally have cut that entire scene out.
So Total Recall, the remake, I've watched it now a few times. It's gotten not as bad as first time I watched it. It's still nothing in comparison to the original, but I hate it less now. Let's put it that way. I don't know why, it's so hard to remake something like that.
I think the problem too is that Jesse Eisenberg and American Ultra are nice, dude. I think the problem is, especially people of a certain generation, when you're remaking Arnold movies, even if they're making them truer to the source material, I think certain people just aren't going to dig it.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're over 30, you're looking at this, or maybe if you're one of those kids that grew up on Rim. I don't even know if
Space Case. I disagree.
Remember the TNT classics? Yeah. Like people grew up like in the middle. I remember my godchildren were in college, and they'd be out partying all night, and they'd come home like 2:00 in the morning with terrible food, and they'd watch the TNT classics, which were generally, kind of like 80s level type of movies. And now they're a little bit older, and somebody mentioned the RoboCop remake isn't terrible.
So RoboCop, the remake, I thought was awful. Clash of the Titans, I agree with it, weird.
Right.
And that's pretty hard to mess up because the original wasn't great. All right. So the fact that the remake was even worse took some doing, I think. But all right.
Clash of the Titans was like the last movie people remembered seeing in the drive-in theater. So when you were at the drive-in and the screen is that big and you're sitting on the roof of your old man's car, that movie's great. Now you fast forward 20 or 25 years and you're like, why did I like this movie so much when I was a kid? It did not hold up well.
The claymation was awful.
The only thing that's great there is Release the Kraken.
Yeah.
Like that, I'll wait.
And then the stop motion on the Kraken was awful. I'm like,
God. The truth of the matter, stop motion, Ray Harryhausen, much respect. He was like a pioneer of that. By the time Clash of the Titans made, there were better options. They just didn't want to spend the money.
Stevie B, you're cracking me up. All right, so let's get to at least a handful of books.
Don't we have another break?
Jay, we'll take the break at 7. I'm sorry, bud. I need to get through some of the books.
Are you producing the show now, not Jay? Because Jay can go then if you're going to.
No, but Nick is everyone's boss. So if I don't get some books, we're going to have a problem. All right. All right. So as always, Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, $40 retail or higher, and as always, we got $5. So, all right, DF mystery box, 2 CGC 9.8s, or 2 metal covers, or one of each, up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and as always, we got it for $85. All right, so sketch covers. There's some nice ones this week. All right, Civil War II #1 with Captain America and Iron Man cover sketch by Silverback, Joe Del Beato, and Mariano Nicieza.
Oh, see, this I like.
This is a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is nice. This I like.
So,
wait, where is this book?
What's that?
Where's this book on Mariano's desk?
I'm hiding them now. That's why the rack's gone.
You should. That's why the rack is gone.
Even Amy can't find it when she's filling the orders. Where's this? Where's this? And it's just the way it is because we got rid of the rack, so it's one of those short boxes by me.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I forget which.
The rack is good though. I mean, the rack served this purpose at the time, but I think this works out a little bit better.
Yeah, so do I.
I mean, the rack seemed pointless because most people couldn't really see much on the rack.
Yeah, and it's getting so busy in here. Yeah. You know, I just didn't want to lose the books. All right, so suggested retail of $149.99, and we have for $65. So Silverback is someone we met through John Spilios, and I assume everyone knows. So if you have direct contact with Big John, let him know. I think his brother they discovered is sick. With the big C. So if you wonder why hopefully I'm not speaking out of turn. If you wonder why there is no Hump Day Heroes right now, he is on a short hiatus while he deals with this. I think that he's playing some role in caretaker for his brother. So if you do have his contact info, you might want to reach out and just, wish him and his brother well. I feel bad for the guy. It's a lot to deal with. Yeah, Jay knows. I know that. All right, so next up, we got Spectacular Spider-Man #1 with Spidey cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. And I had another spelling error. Sorry about that, Jay. I'm just moving too fast these days. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
I really like the Spider-Man with the small eyes. I like it when the eyes are expressive. And one of the things I like about the newer movies is how because they're technically tech that they have that expressive nature kind of built into them. I really like that.
Yeah. So, all right. So next up, we got Dawn of DC Primer with Superman cover sketch by John Pleak.
This is gorgeous. I really like this, man. This is like subtle. Yeah, it's very subtle and delicate, man. I like this. This is nice.
I'm surprised we haven't sold more of his sketch covers on air. All right, so MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Yeah, right, Jay.
Jay
looks like Superman to me.
Well, no.
It looks like Superman to me. That's exactly
what I mean by that is a lot of times people go for the Christopher Reeve look. This one doesn't look like he saw an actor and decided, I'm going to do that likeness. This looks totally original. So it's a totally original Superman. I think it looks great.
So I read today that Chris Reeve's son is getting married. I didn't realize he was that old.
He played the reporter in the last Superman movie.
Did he?
In the James Gunn.
Wasn't he like the Daily Planet, like on the street reporter or something?
Did you know that Christopher Reeve was originally cast in the role in The Running Man that Arnold Schwarzenegger wound up playing?
That would have worked.
That would have been a whole different movie, though.
All right,
it would have been a whole different movie.
So there's first how to claim. So all you do is you put claim and the book you want to claim in the chat. Then there is a submission form in the description. And Jay, if you could throw it up there in the chat, then hit the submission form, fill out your info, especially if you have not claimed something on the show before, because we don't have your contact info. So what happens is once we get the form, we will invoice you the very next day.
Awesome. Thanks,
And
Jay.
then go ahead and
Another
pay
shot.
for it, and we'll ship it out to you ASAP. All right, thanks, Jay.
That's what I thought. That
Yeah, I read that too, CVJ.
I didn't know if it was ABC or CNN, but I knew he was some kind of news guy in real
Yeah.
life.
So he looks a lot like his dad, ironically enough. So it's just hard for me to believe, because when Christopher Reeves passed away, his son was like 5, little. I mean, he was young. So yeah. So
that was a while ago, though. Now, Rex.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a minute.
Well, we want your real name too, Richie. But you'll see when you click on the form, it'll have a field with your real name. Your email is so important, so we can email you the invoice. Your physical address, so we can ship you the book, and then your username, because sometimes we need to match that up. Okay. All right. So next up, we got Mars Attacks #1 with Martian, cover sketch by Jesse Lumberg.
This I like too.
Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
This is absolutely gorgeous. Robbie's pick of the night right there already. Look at that. Boom. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mars Attacks, that original card set, glorious. The movie by Tim Burton, glorious. All the comic books from all the publishers, including Dynamite, glorious. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, the truth of the matter is usually there are times where when you have a property like Mars Attacks, different people have done it, right? Now Dynamite's doing it. We've had other people do it before. I don't think I've picked up anything that had Mars Attack that I didn't enjoy. Now,
Mars Attack is just fun.
Mark to the movie.
It's just fun, right? You know, like
fun.
Dude, we need to have a Mars Attacks versus Dinosaurs Attacks. That's what we need, man. 100%, I think.
Oh, so I know Marcus has been hounding me about this. I did find a handful of cosplay trading cards, which will be on site. We'll get to those soon. And if you would hit thumbs up,
I will say
subscribe.
That no matter how many
join.
Mariano thinks he has of trading cards, he has less.
If you can find them.
Oh.
The man's a hot mess.
Send some down to Alabama as well, Mr. Cole.
So Mariano, very talented artist, editor, but he is a hot mess, dude. He can't find a thing. Every week we go through. Have you guys seen this? Why would I have seen that, Mark?
It's funny because I joke around about taking stuff from his desk, right? People would think that I'd rummaged his desk to look for something. That looked like that when I came in. I didn't touch anything.
He know though that it's
I have
organized
no
mess.
doubt he would know.
But he knows where everything is. All right, so next up we got Brave and the Bold number 29 with Batman cover sketch by Robbie Pelletier. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
This one's exceptional. I love it. Look at the shadow, the use of the black there, the highlight.
Yeah, I love
menacing.
the color.
It's grimy. I love this. This is really dope.
So this was a purple blank. This was like a graduated or faded purple blank.
Yes.
You got?
Yes, correct.
Wow.
That's great usage of that, man. Man, that looks perfect.
I know some artists might not necessarily purple and a blank might not be their first go-to. Unless they were doing like a Punisher book or something, you know what I mean? I think this is the negative space here, really, as Robbie said. It just defines this thing. Very cool.
All right, so now we have some back issues. No rhyme or reason. They're just older books that are sitting around. I have one of each and decided to bring them on the air. What the heck?
Oh, did we sell the Superman from last week?
Which Superman?
Didn't he do the Superman last week with us?
Maybe. I don't think we sold it.
I'm not sure. If not, you could do like a Brave and the Bold special.
We could, but
or World's Finest special.
Maybe. All right. If this doesn't sell, maybe I'll do that for Wednesday. All right. So then we have Gunslinger number 50, Scotty Young variant. I have this one for $5.
Spawn and Scotty Young are not two things I think most people would put in a sentence together right away. But
and I have 3 of these, by the way. So $5 cover price. All right, then some Mark Spears, The Monster and the Wolf, number 2, cover B. And I have this for $6, which is the cover price.
I would say that this is probably the best written issue of Mark's career. Seriously,
And I have
great
two of
stuff.
these.
Great stuff here.
You think Mark is sitting at a table right off camera next to him, passing him stuff to say?
So, and we have cover A as well. And we have this for cover at $6. This Frankenstein kind of looks like the Hulk, right? Or it's just me?
I got a little bit of that energy. You know, there was a lot of Frankenstein monster
that
energy.
I think there's a little bit of maybe Solomon Grundy here too.
Yeah, you know which Frankenstein's monster was a big influence on Kirby for the Hulk.
Oh yeah, especially the head. You look at some of Kirby's like. There's like a Kirby sketch that went on like the first Hulk T-shirt or something, and without the green color, you just assume it's a Frankenstein.
Got you, Mr. Towers.
Yeah, you got it right, Stevie B. He's doing Lobo with Jorge Corona on the artwork. It's going to be dope.
All right, so Mrs. Towers is taking the gunslinger. Got young. Right, I have three of those.
This cover
people.
is really good. That other cover is sort of.
All right.
That other cover is like next level.
I got one more. We have cover E as well. And I have this one for cover price, $6.
It's a great cover of Legally Not the Creature from the Black Lagoon. You know what I'm saying?
It's an aquatic life form.
Good point, Jay.
Indistinct aquatic life form.
All right. And then
Nice, Jay.
Some old ratios. We've got Transformers number 13, Victor Bogdanovich, 110 ratio. And I have this one for $5.
It's a dope cover. Look how that menacing figure of Megatron in the background. That's awesome.
All right. Then Transformers number 13, Jorge Fornes, 125 ratio.
Ode to the 80s in more ways than I can name.
I mean, the Transformers are already 80s, but Soundwave might be the most 80s out of all of them.
And I have this one for 19.
The back cover should have like a Patrick Nagel sketch on it.
These I only have one of. All right. Then Transformers number 13, Francesco Mattina, 150 ratio. And I have this one for 20. Then Transformers number 13, Homari, 1/100 ratio. And we have this one for 75. These are definitely all the cheapest you'll find out there. You can check if you want. All right. Then Invincible Universe Battle Beast number 6, Jorge Corona, 1:50 ratio. And I have this one for 35.
This book is so much fun. One of my favorite books of last year. Battle Beast is just ridiculously awesome.
I don't know for the life of me how we've gotten so much Battle Beast and so little Science Dog.
Right. So we have to take our second break.
I love Science Dog, man. To be honest with you, I'm joking around. Battle Beast is awesome. The fact that I think we got 2 issues of Science Dog, to me, that's like a personal gift, man. I don't know how many people were buying that book.
All right. So Mr. Towers claiming a 1/100. Hold on. The Homari one. Gotcha, Mr. Towers. All right. So we are going to take our second break. And we'll be right back. Having fun. So hang out.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience. Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So.
It's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
Hey, we're back. Phil, what's going on, man? All right, so reminder.
How long was the break? That's how long it took me to find the books.
Hit thumbs up, subscribe, join if you want. All right, so just a reminder. All right, here we go.
All jokes aside, that Mark Spears cover is amazing. Like I went after the blue one.
Yeah.
The blue isn't always the easiest thing to kind of add like depth and character to like
That's
that.
true.
I know maybe it's hard to tell from a thumbnail sometimes, but for $6.
So Corey, so this weekend, I don't know, the iPhone weather app says we could potentially get 10 to 20 inches of snow on Sunday. Can you believe that?
Well, I'm guessing Apple has gotten into the snow shovel business.
I have no idea.
This used to be like Acme would tell people when we were kids.
The Weather Channel says
maybe a foot of snow.
The Weather Channel says 3 to 5 on Saturday and 3 to 5 on Sunday. So that's still on the high end, still 10 inches total. But I don't understand. I thought they all got their info from the National Weather Service.
Well, not only that, well, somebody said something about one of the things that have so much stuff has been dismantled at the national level. Somebody told me now that the National Weather Service only has, essentially, there's no actual real National Weather Service anymore. It's a network of regionalized stuff or whatever. I don't know if that's true. It wouldn't surprise me because it seems like every day they cut something else from the government that we need.
I think they just get the weather from YouTubers now. That's what I think.
I would not be surprised at all. I absolutely wouldn't be surprised at all.
Does anybody else get that on their YouTube feed, by the way? Like whenever there's some kind of like weather situation brewing, it will start like, because I check the weather a lot, I guess, like YouTube will start recommending these people that are like just giving us these really outrageous, like exaggerated news things, just like forecasting 80 tornadoes coming through the area in the weekend and things like that. It's ridiculous. And some of our local meteorologists are actively trying to like fight against meteorological disinformation spread out on YouTube and so.
Yeah, Mr. Towers, that's what they're saying. But who knows? It's 7 days away, so they missed this weekend. They didn't say anything about it. Really, not much.
One of the things I found out when I was away this weekend was Princeton used to have its area weather service. And then once the National Weather Service became a full thing, they got rid of it. Like 45, 50 years ago, however long it's been.
In our area, it's Mount Holly, I think. This is supposed to be based out of.
Princeton University is actually apportioned funds, and next year they're starting up their own weather thing again for like the Mercer, Burlington, Bucks County area a little bit, because people are all saying the same thing. The National Weather Service, such that it is, you know, how many times, at least in our part of the country, have people been caught with their pants down this year?
That's true.
Last year.
That's true. All right, so next up, we got Invincible Universe, Battle Beast number 6 by Andre Bresson. And I've got this one for 75. So I'm guessing this must be the 1/100. I did not put it down. Ah, yes, 1/100. Thank you, Jay.
I would love to
Jay's
see
all over it.
Amazon do an Invincible Universe series to sort of bridge the gap a little bit, because it takes them so long to get Invincible done.
Mr. Towers, I wouldn't panic yet. They've gotten it so wrong. And here's what's interesting. The local news has not said a word about it. And they're usually the first to scream, oh my God, it's coming, Snowmageddon, it's coming.
Yeah.
So they haven't said a word.
Sponsors always used to be places, you know.
Yeah.
For years, like as a little kid, I never understood why Acme used to sponsor like Action News weather forecasts.
Yeah, they want to sell
until I realized
milk.
I was
bread.
probably in like high school, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, the second you walked in, it's rock salt, and it's snow shovels, and it's ice scrapers, and the first big sign you see is Mega Bonanza sale on bread, eggs, milk. The canned food would be emptied out.
All right, so next up, we got Star Wars Darth Vader Scotty Young variant. And I've got this one for 15. I love Scotty.
Yeah, not only that, it's like the number 1 of the fabled Karen Gillan run, which is really, really solid stuff.
All right.
It's hard not to for this to smile. There's a few creators that have really dabbled in like what I call like, you know, like for children art level. And it's just, it always works. I mean, you had Scotty Young do Spawn, and I think most people would be like, you got to be kidding me, right? Yeah, Jay, it's almost like chibi looking. This sort of stuff is just, it's very cool.
You know what, CVB? I have no idea. Did Mount Holly have a holiday?
You know, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not sure how long ago that was.
No idea.
There's a few motels out in that area to accommodate the military bases.
Right.
I don't know if they had one that was a holiday.
McGuire, Fort Dix, right?
Yeah.
All right. So then these were from last week. Last chance before I give them up. G.I. Joe #1 cover K 1/100 John Boy Myers foil variant. Have this one for 24.
This looks like the 90s are back a little bit. I don't mind it, but this reminds me almost of, you know, is this from Extreme Studios? You know?
All right. Then G.I. Joe #1 cover L 1:250 ratio. Tom Riley variant. This one for 50. Yeah, CVB, we have no idea. All right. So then we have Star Wars Battle of Jakku, Republic Under Siege #1, 1:25 ratio U variant. Have this one for 17. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #24, cover RI. Have this one for 6.
It was taken down pretty quickly, but in my feed on Facebook came up totally copyright infringement, but it's like a little comic strip about the turtles and Godzilla. And the best part of, I love this. You see Godzilla rampaging, whatever, turtles rescuing people. They finally found a device. They turned one of the turtles huge. The turtle smacks Godzilla silly. Apparently one of the things that Godzilla is not prepared for, Or giant turtles that can fight.
All right.
And then, like, I tried to scroll back to get it and screen grab it. Gone.
All right. So a couple of
Unknown
Bronze
wants
Age.
the Star Wars Darth
Unknown.
Vader
You
style.
got it, bud.
That's a nice pickup, Unknown. I like that book a lot. That's neat.
Yeah, good going.
Yeah, that's a smart grab.
Gotcha, Unknown. You're good. All right. So a couple of Bronze Age books. Amazing Spider-Man number 200. We've got this one for 22.
That's awesome.
I know exactly what Spider-Man 300 is homage to death. Why is this one not homage more? This is very cool.
No clue. Who's a cover artist,
It looks like maybe
Ross Andrew, maybe?
I was going to say, that looks like maybe Ross Andrew.
Corey, I don't know where Becky is, but she may be a little bit upset about Bo Nix.
Oh.
Well, she's a Broncos fan, so
Oh, no.
she can't be too happy about that. All right, then we have Fantastic Four, number 167. And I have this one for 10.
It's always been one of my favorite issues of Fantastic Four, and definitely one of my favorite covers. I love the perspective. That's the St. Louis arc right there, and you can see all the faces and everybody. Yeah, it's so cool, so cool.
Faces in the windows. People are like, "I have the best seat to dying."
All right, then Fantastic Four, number 166, and we have this one for 8.
Yeah, Jay, that's what I was wondering if that was. I think Robbie and I both kind of thought Ross Andrew, but it could have been totally John Romita Sr. there. I like that cover. I like I said, I think I wouldn't hate if somebody homaged that.
All right, so talking about blind bags, this was unpaid claim. Hey, Amy.
Hey guys, I just had to pull some stuff. Hi, Robbie.
Hey, Amy.
You guys having a good show?
Well,
we're having fun.
Everyone liking and subscribing and filling out your forms.
I already found them about that.
Okay.
We're sure how busy you are.
I'm just making sure.
And you just
like,
hold.
I'm paying attention.
Are those the
to what
hardcovers
comes
for
in.
the crowdfunder?
Yeah, I just got just pictures.
Yeah, just hold it up for a second. Because some of these guys.
Are we allowed to show them off?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. I really
Yes,
don't know.
you're allowed to show them off.
Sure, show them off. Of course, all
Yeah,
of
they gotta be
the sketch covers sold on Friday.
Hi guys.
So they are in. So we're getting them out the door. If you contributed to that campaign, they're moving out the door.
I'll show off a few of them.
See, that's how you do it, John.
Those are very cool.
You gotta spin it. So that's how you show the product. Thank you,
Guys, have a
Amy.
good rest of your show. And again, fill out your forms.
Cool. All of your sketch covers sold on Friday.
Yeah, Alberto was like he bought all of them so they could be given away. That was very generous.
Very
of him.
nice. Thank you, Alberto.
So thanks again to everyone, and I'll see if I can have some more for next Friday.
You can put some on my show.
She's maybe a little bit of a higher level talent than we normally have on our show.
I see how it is, Amy. Okay. Wait till you need my help. We'll see. I'll remember
What
this.
we have on our show is sort of like the Walmart big bags type thing.
No, she's dead to me. I can't talk to her anymore.
Ditto.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right.
Guess whose paycheck got lost in the mail?
So
I really consider making something for tomorrow, or for Wednesday, but now you're not going to get it.
Nothing.
wow, it's like that. All right, here we go.
Hey, where's my paycheck? Oh, I guess
I've
it got
got
lost
one.
in the mail.
I've got one of these that again unpaid claim. Monsters in the Wolf. Mark Spears blind bag is unopened, so I don't know what's in there. And I've got it for $5.99.
Somebody didn't take it.
Well, they claimed it, but they never.
Oh, they okay.
So All right, so if anybody wants it, it's my last one. All right, so then the cosplay trading cards. So first up, we have the Women Dynamite cosplay trading card. Sheena, she plays Sheena. It's Jacqueline Goner.
Jackie
Gaynor. Okay. We have this one for 10. All right.
These are super cool, man.
Yeah, they are. Then Women Dynamite cosplay trading card. Red Sonja, Leanne Manuel. This one for 10. What's up? I am Shields.
I'm Shields.
All right. Then Vampirella Unholy cosplay signed trading card by Anamia. This one we have for 15.
This is super cool. Signed too? That's even better.
Yeah, I was
Signed
gonna say
as well.
signed.
All right. Then last one, we have Vampirella Unholy cosplay signed trading card by Ireland Reed. This one we also have for 15. All right, let's do a quick recap. And then after that, our Dynamite books coming out Wednesday. All right, so start off, if you joined us late, the giveaway is The Walking Dead number 115 signed by Stefano Guadiana. All you have to do is put the hashtag in chat one time. The hashtag is EXP Monday, all lowercase. Then Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, so $40 retail or higher. And as always, we got it for $5 for the group. Then the Dynamic Forces Mystery Box, best deal we've ever had on the show. Comes with 2 CGC 9.8s or 2 metal covers or one of each, your choice. Then there's 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guarantee, and we've got it for $85. 2 metal covers or 2 CGCs are $200 retail right there. Then the sketch covers. Civil War II, number 1, with Captain America and Iron Man cover sketch by Silverback, Joe Del Beato, and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
I'm very much enjoying the Peter Cannon run. Especially because if it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be one.
Oh, I have your book. Don't forget to remind me before we get out of here.
I jokingly put that on Blue Sky one day. I said, hey, if you're enjoying the current Peter Cannon run from Dynamite, you're welcome. Weeks later, I see down in the comments.
Stevie
Thanks,
B,
man.
which one are you claiming?
Oh, Stevie B. Yeah, Stevie B. Which one, bud?
Bill him for all of them. He can resell them if he has a problem with it.
Let me know, bro.
Can you imagine?
I don't know, Corey. Send me an email, bud.
You want me to just look on the shelf behind me where all the
No, nothing can be sold out of this room. That's Nick's orders.
I take this up all the time. Nobody says a word.
The second Vampy signed sketch card. Okay, hold on. So that just to make sure, Ireland Reed,
That's
right?
Ireland Reed.
All right. So let's see, B on here. Not the Anamia one, right, CVB? So I'm assuming that's correct. You'll let me know if I'm wrong.
I'm just trying to see what volume you need.
Stop touching the books.
What? I'm not reading these. I've read these before.
Oh my God. All right. So Spectacular Spider-Man number 1 with Spidey cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we've got it for $65.
No, it's not. It's going to be later when you're feeling.
You got it, CVB. Dawn of DC Primer number 1 with Superman cover sketch by John Pleak. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
when you look for that Vengeance Vampirella on the list, it's going to be after Volume 5. That's what I was trying to check out. It's cut you down on this.
Yeah, I got you, bud. Yeah, we were told nothing in this room can be sold.
Oh no, I didn't. I just assumed you get it
except
from
you,
the
John.
I won't buy that.
John Cole starting best offer starting at 11 cents.
You know what? The truth of the matter was, I was part of an auction thing, and I was sold. The joke was at the time I was sold for $600, and the joke was the lady paid by the pound. It was for some green thing that my wife was part of. This was like 8-9 years ago, and essentially you got a tailgate.
You cooking? I said, yeah. There we go.
And you got a tailgate, and I really, my wife is like, "What should I start this at?" And I'm like, and I think she started the bidding at like $100 because she didn't know what to start. To be clear, this is all for charity, so this is why some of the prices are like grossly inflated.
600 for John Cole.
It jumped up real fast. It went like 100, 150, 250, 400, and I was kind of surprised. And I'm thinking, and then finally it went for $600. And probably 4 or 5 months later, when the weather got nice, I went over. This woman had a tailgate. It was, it went really well too. And I was super glad. I was, a lot of these charities my wife works with are, they get state money, and then they're on their own for the rest.
All right. So next up, we got Mars Attacks #1 with Martian, cover sketch by Jesse Lumberg. And this is Robbie's pick of the night. MSRP of $149.99, and we have it for $65. Then Brave and the Bold #29 with Batman, cover sketch by Robbie Pelletier. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
This one's just as gorgeous too. This one's amazing.
All right, so I only have 2 left. One went. Gunslinger number 50, Scotty Young variant. I have this for $5. Then The Monster and the Wolf #2, cover B. I have that for $6. That is cover price.
This was just, like I said, I went outside in the break to physically look at this book. This is one of these books where I don't know if the thumbnail does it complete justice of how cool this is.
All right. Then The Monster and the Wolf #2, cover A. Also $6. Then The Monster and the Wolf #2, cover E. Also got a cover, $6.
Kill, man. Kill, man. Kill.
Then Transformers #13, Victor Bogdanovich, 1:10 ratio. I have this for $5. Then Transformers #13 by Jorge Fornes, 1:25 ratio. I have that for $19. Then Transformers #13, Francesco Mattina, 1:50 ratio. I have that for $20. Then Invincible Universe, Battle Beast #6, Jorge Corona, 1:50 ratio. I have this one for $35. Then Invincible Universe, Battle Beast #6 by Andre Bresson. Have this one for $75. Then G.I. Joe #1, cover K, 1:100 ratio by John Boy Myers. It's the foil. Have this one for $24. Then G.I. Joe #1, cover L, 1:250 ratio by Tom Riley. Have this one for $50. Star Wars Battle Jakku, Republic Under Siege, #1, 1:25 ratio by the U variant. And we have this one for $17. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #24, cover RI. Have this one for $6. Amazing Spider-Man #200. This for $22. Fantastic Four number 167. This one for 10. Fantastic Four number 166. That for 8. Then Monsters and the Wolf. Mark Spears blind bag. Had this one for $5.99. Then Women of Dynamite cosplay trading card by Jackie Gaynor. Have this one for 10. Women of Dynamite cosplay trading card Red Sonja by Leanne Manuel. Have this one for 10. Then Vampire Unholy cosplay sign trading card by Anamia. Have that one for 15.
This one's
All
so
right.
cool, y'all.
Yeah, the cosplay is good. The cover is cool. It's signed. That checks all the boxes for cosplay.
So, all right. So then we have the books from Dynamite coming out on Wednesday. First up, we got Supernatural number 4, cover A by Clayton Crane. Cover B by Eder Messias.
Supernatural fans are just happy to have new content.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was talking to one on Threads, and she's just like, you know, it's one of those things when you super love the character or the property or whatever, and then it just goes dark. And it's just kind of neat to get something.
Yeah, I got it. All my Supernatural fans in my shop are just eating this up. I've been selling out. I sold out of every single issue, man.
All right. Cover C by Andrea Ricardo. We have cover D, the photo variant.
I guess we're supposed to be. It's funny. This is a photo variant, not a cosplay variant. Somebody called it a cosplay variant. I'm like, no, they're not cosplaying. That's actually their job.
It looked like the DVD for like season 3 or something, man.
That's what I was going to say. No. This is John and Wright cover. Nice, Jack. These two are getting back together in an episode of The Boys.
Yeah, really? I did not know that. All right, cover E, the photo variant Virgin. And we have this one for 50. Then cover F, the 1:10 ratio Andrea Brocardo black and white. And that one's for 10.
That's sharp.
Then cover G, the 1:10 ratio Eder Messias Virgin. And we had that one for 10. Then cover H, the 1:15 ratio Andrea Brocardo black and white Virgin. And we had that one for 15. Then cover I, the 1:15 ratio Clayton Crane Virgin. And we had that one for 15. And then cover J, the 1:20 ratio Andrea Brocardo Virgin. And we had that one for 20. All right, so we're going to take our last and final break. When we get back, we will do the rest of the Dynamite books coming out on Wednesday. So hang out. We'll be right back.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other. And with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dozed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience. FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
Yeah, I'm thinking about I'll have to find some way to do the show from my house or something.
I was going to say, because our snow removal guy is good, but
that's crazy.
It's basically him and his brother, and they're just like, I'll come and do it. They do a good job, but
it's insane.
You have to know if you get a foot of snow on.
Let's see Wednesday. Okay, it's too far out. They are so off. All right, so a couple of trades coming out on Wednesday.
Next one, I'll be here in shorts. It'd be like 55 degrees.
First up is Elvira in Harlan, trade paperback. And we have this one for $19.99.
This was a great book. If anybody's not read it, this is a perfect opportunity to get a hold of it and read some great Elvira goodness.
David Avalone, this guy is sort of the Elvira guy.
The guy you pester on the
one of many. You know what? I didn't realize it one day, but I looked and I do pester quite a few creators.
I'm sure the list is long and the single.
I know Nick is thinking, please don't tell me they're talking to you just because they don't. Well, gee, I don't know if Nick would want anyone who doesn't chat with me on the internet.
All right. So then we have King Kong, the Great War trade paperback.
This was so good. I think this got slightly lost in the shuffle a little bit of all the kind of Kong, Godzilla, like all that hype. This was so good. There's a Joe DeVito cover for this that's amazing. I love this. This is actually, I'm like a lifelong King Kong fan. This particular story is one of my absolute favorite King Kong stories.
Let me ask you a question as a lifelong King Kong fan, not including the original movie or anything, just basically the 70s one with Jeff Bridges and the Peter Jackson one. Which one do you think is the better film?
I enjoyed the Peter Jackson one more, but I think if we're talking about merits of a movie, I think the 1976 movie with Jessica Lange is probably the better movie in terms of storytelling. I think Peter Jackson, love the guy. Nobody needs to say anything about him. He's golden in Hollywood after Lord of the Rings and all that. I think the Peter Jackson version, he was literally trying to homage the original. There was a lot of sort of adherence to the original, or I think the Jeff Bridges version, they just decided, you know what? We're updating this. We're modernizing it. It had a feel.
When I was a kid, I was obsessed with that one from the 70s. I was obsessed with that, man. I loved it, dude.
I think it was the first one where you had real special effects.
Yep.
And it was updated, the Twin Towers, the whole 9
For
yards.
little kids, that was brutal when
Yeah.
they're just like Apache helicopters are just spraying missiles into Kong. That became that was almost very indicative of how the world had changed since the 1930s, where it was
and
basically
cinema, right? Because you have the new Hollywood movement or whatever it's called, right? Where you have like George Lucas and Coppola and Spielberg, and you have these new directors, Scorsese, like delivering a different type of cinema, and King Kong kind of adapted for that, man. That movie's kind of wild, man. I got it on Blu-ray. I haven't watched it in years, man.
I saw that in the movie theaters. My mom was a huge disaster movie, monster movie kind of person.
Mhm.
So it was King Kong, obviously, Towering Inferno, Poseidon Adventure, Airplane,
there's a
or
period
not
in
Airplane,
like the
Airport,
70s where you got amazing movies.
Well, you had
Disaster
Airport
movies.
1970, Airport 77.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The whole night, she loved
The
them.
Towering Inferno, Earthquake. You just
Earthquake.
remember Earthquake
with
was
Charleston
centered around.
Yes. I remember
If
that.
you were a movie fan for the 50s and 60s, you knew when Charlton Heston showed up in the movie, it was about to go down.
Towering Inferno with Paul Newman and Steve McQueen. Trying to think. Poseidon Adventure with Gene Hackman and a whole mess of other stars as well.
Oh yeah, they would get a ton of stars to do these.
Gene
movies.
Hackman was a young one now.
They would die like they wouldn't make
Shelley
it.
Winter.
Shelley Winter drowned in the Poseidon Adventure, and I'm just like,
That's like the golden age of the disaster film, y'all, that you're talking about, basically, right?
Now, we're also talking about a transitional period, right? I don't know before that transitional period if someone would agree to do a movie and die 40 minutes into it if they were a box office name.
There were no bad movies.
You just didn't see that back. You know what I mean?
So in that same era, Planet of the Apes. Okay, I mean, it was just it was just
There's a
rich
lot to
time.
be said for 70s cinema. I
Yeah.
know sometimes it gets lampooned a little bit by like Quentin Tarantino inspired proof type of movies or whatever. But
So Pulp Fiction. Okay, I heard from someone in the industry that the editor saved Pulp Fiction for Tarantino because it was just a jumbled mess. And you can tell. You can still tell it's a jumbled mess. Okay? Just disparate stories all over the place.
I assumed it was just supposed to be that way.
Yeah, picture of his mind. And I'm not a fan of Tarantino. As those of you that watch the show every week, I'm a huge Bruce Lee fan. I like Tarantino more or less before, but when he disparaged Bruce Lee, I've still never seen that movie. What's it called?
Kill Bill?
No.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, Once Upon a Time in
I
Hollywood.
refuse to watch it. Okay, I will never watch it.
Man, he put the bride in Kill Bill in a Bruce Lee costume. So I got to wonder exactly what was his thoughts.
He is just a narcissist full of himself. And when he insulted Bruce Lee, first of all, there was no call for it. Why? Why are you doing this? Okay, that was my problem with it. And then to do it, you don't know Bruce any more than I know Bruce Lee. So shut the hell up.
Oh no, another rant.
Yeah, I can't
I've
stand
stepped on a
Tarantino.
landmine. Come on.
I wonder what Quentin Tarantino thinks of Taylor Swift especially during football games. I'm very curious.
Tarantino come for some. I don't care. I don't really care.
Taylor Swift is going to be the villain in Kill Bill 3.
Your movies are disjointed, violent, and pieces of crap.
Bill isn't disjointed and
I
violent.
love them. I love violent, disjointed crap, man. That's what I love.
And your editors save your ass every single time. Okay, that's
Tarantino coming after Rex next.
Yeah, come bring it.
Hey man, thanks to Quentin Tarantino, we got Django at Dynamite Comics. Edit all this out in post. I love Quentin Tarantino. We got Django and Zorro.
Please. Thank you, Ryan.
Although we should have gotten the Kill Bill comic.
Anyway, thank you, Goob. All right. So Stitch number 5 is also coming out on Wednesday. Yeah, probably made the most, at least the most sense. But that was probably because of the editor too. I'd like to see how much was left on the cutting room floor.
You can't even see the floor. It's like ankle deep in cellular.
Cover A by Edwin Galman. Cover B by Jay Lee. Cover C by Ciro Cangialosi. Yeah, Enter Dragon was just a tremendous movie, really was. And Bruce Lee really struggled to make to make a mark on Hollywood. That's why he went back to Hong Kong. You know, when you look at Kung Fu the series, that was his idea. Okay, and they cast David Carradine. Okay, come on. Compared to Bruce Lee, are you kidding me?
And then Quentin Tarantino has the balls to cast Carradine and Kill Bill. I'm just saying.
Good point. Very good point, Robbie. I didn't even make that connection until you
and I heard that Taylor Swift auditioned for The Bride, and he said no. You'll never make it in this.
Bruce Lee had
Taylor Swift to kick his ass.
Bruce, hey, you can't use that word.
He just used it.
The problem here is that Bruce Lee had not died and played Bill and Kill Bill. No one would be rooting for The Bride.
Sorry, he's just full.
He would have
of
walked
himself.
into the set and said, "Why are you in my jumpsuit?"
He is so full of himself, Tarantino. You know, and you know, it's just like I can't stand the guy. Yeah, I saw that, Easy. Yeah, and she should. Okay. All right. With this crap by a legend who is now dead, and you took a shot at him. Why?
I'm guessing that next week there won't be any Django comics on the show.
Nope. No. So the actors saved that movie for him. All right. Stitch number 5, cover D by George Camadias.
He comes first time. They got me a seat in the first row at a Dynamite thing.
What's that?
That con, the con where Quentin Tarantino appeared on stage with Nick to mention Django and Dynamite Comics. That was the first con where Nick had said, "Oh, why don't you sit down here in the front row?"
Well, good thing Rex wasn't there.
Yeah, I know, right? Rex had got us thrown out, man.
Sorry, man. Got to call it how it is.
He had recognized me from some of the other Dynamite things over the years, and I was super excited. He's like, "Oh, just take a seat down here."
Seriously, though, why would you
Nick's going to be on the phone with Tarantino one day, and he's going to be like talking about doing the Tarantino universe at Dynamite Entertainment. Then he's going to go, "The only problem is that Rex guy, Nick. What are we going to do about him?"
Yeah, can you edit me out of the show, man?
You know what was disturbing was he has he spent so much time following the Hong Kong cinema, the people who in Kill Bill, the action directors from Hong Kong. Okay, there's that whole scene where she's up on the mountain, right? Then to take a shot at Bruce Lee. Why? What was the point in that? It almost felt like he was trying to draw attention to himself for no reason whatsoever. Okay. I forget the action director's name. But he played the guy on the mountain, and he's made a lot of Hong Kong movies. Bruce Lee made it possible for that guy to make a career. So why would you take a shot at that guy? Okay. Bruce Lee single-handedly brought Hong Kong cinema to the West. Okay. Hong Kong cinema was a small cottage industry until Bruce came along. You see, that to me is what is. So why would you take a shot at him? So the guy that you respect, that you want to put in all your movies, that you pattern your movies off of, was given the opportunity because Bruce Lee created that path. And then you take a shot at him. Okay? Maybe unknown. I don't know. Find a different way. Okay? Find a different method. Find a different way. Okay? For me, Bruce Lee, in a time after Vietnam War, growing up in the United States, Bruce Lee represented a role model for me, and it was unusual. You know, I love John Wayne movies. I love Westerns. I love Clint Eastwood movies. But there was never a role model or someone, it was Fu Manchu or Charlie Chan. Okay. These were the only ones that you were presented in that period of time.
Charlie Chan is like unwatchable. It came up on Amazon one day because I was watching serials and it came up and I was like, I put it on for like 5 minutes and I was like, oh.
Corey, it may be top 10. So Bruce Lee represented a role model for someone that looked like me. Okay. So to me, yes, that's why you hear me talk about him. You hear the reverence in my voice, because a young kid growing up after Vietnam War in this country, it was hard. It wasn't easy. And he represented something that I'd never seen before. Okay. And it was tragic that his life was taken so early. I had just been old enough to get to know his films, watch his films. Okay. And his path was horrible after Green Hornet. Okay. Hollywood dismissed him. They took his idea, cast David Carradine. That's when he left for Hong Kong. And he made all his movies there. And then finally had enough clout to get Enter the Dragon made. Okay. John Saxon, became a student of his, Steve McQueen, Kareem. Okay. And he managed to make a movie in the Western realm. That was unheard of. Okay. Bolo Yen. Okay. He got his start because of Bruce. Chuck Norris got his start because of Bruce. How many people got their start because of Bruce Lee? Okay, so when Quentin Tarantino does that, okay, and he doesn't know any more than you, me, okay, that's crap. That's absolute crap, okay? And so no, for me, tons of people watch, whatever, I don't care. But it just makes me so mad. Why? To get a little more attention? Not enough attention on you, Quentin? From your weirdo movies that are disjointed because you have OCD? I don't know. You need an editor who never gets the credit for putting your films together, your random thoughts that you put on film. Okay. Yeah, Bolo Yen. Okay, he got his start thanks to Bruce. Okay. I mean, so many of these people did. In the first scene, what's his name? He even had a series, big guy. I can't remember his name. Also Hong Kong actor. He had this detective series for a little bit.
Sammo Hung?
Sammo Hung.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay. Sammo Hung got his start. Okay. Because of Bruce Lee. Sammo is the first guy in the ring that they fight at the beginning of Enter the Dragon. If you don't remember, go ahead and watch it. Okay, a young Sammo Hung. Okay, and he got his career start because of that. Okay, if you talk to Jackie Chan, most people, martial law, that's right, go. Most people don't know this, but in what was called Chinese Connection here, when he kicks the Japanese guy out of the room and towards the end, the stuntman who got pulled out of that room was Jackie Chan. Thank you, Marcus. That's true. So many of these guys got their start who later became huge stars thanks to Bruce Lee. He opened the doors for so many people. Okay, he changed the way movies were made. And who the hell is Quentin Tarantino to disparage his memory? Okay, at the end of the day, you make violent, disjointed movies, shock movies. Okay, which are okay. So yes, no forgiveness. I can't even see beyond it. It made me so mad. So I go out of my way not to watch Kill Bill again, okay, to watch any of his movies. And if you look at them, they don't make any damn sense, okay? Seriously, okay? It's like somebody with OCD just filming crap and got lucky. All right, so there you go. I'm done. Sorry, guys.
We got 2 extended Rex rants tonight, everybody.
I know. It's cold.
Next up is the 1 in 10 Rex rant variant from Django Unchained by Dynamite
Comics. Thank you, Triple B.
Oh, man.
Yes, I do. I will say that. But Salma Hayek doing anything like that, dressed like that.
Is that coffee in that cup?
No, water. Believe it or
Oh,
not. I've cut down to one.
Like you gotta stop putting whiskey in that cup.
I've cut down to 1 cup of coffee a day.
Really?
Maybe 2.
Oh, it's good for you.
Yeah, I know it's not good for you. I go to tea. They say the tea's better even with the caffeine. I read about that stuff.
I read.
Thank you, Goo. So, but here we go. Yeah, right, Corey. Yeah, Salma Hayek. I'm a big fan of hers. And she is aged well, dude. It's hard to believe she's what, in her late 50s?
Don't you notice has nobody noticed how some of these celebrities, particularly the women, they're 57 years old and they look the same way they did when they're 27? Do you know how that actually happens?
They're robots.
But you know how you only see them every so often, though? Every couple of years? That's because they're Winter Soldier. They're putting all these people on ice, and then it's time for a project, so they wake them up, and they're out there, and they still look like they're 35 because you know what? She's still 35.
Either it's that or it's like the blood of the youth.
Theory.
Could be the blood of the youth.
Jay, agreed.
I would believe something like that way more than, oh, they work out and eat fish and drink water. Yeah, stop.
I don't think Raquel Welch, I don't think she was ever more beautiful than walking out of the ocean Dr. No. And my favorite movie was, what was that movie?
What's her name, though?
Raquel Welch.
No, that's not Raquel Welch.
Who is it?
Oh, God. I can't think of her name now. Not Yvette Mimieux. Hold on a second. I can't think of her name now. Oh, man.
Ursula Andress?
Yes, you're right.
Yes,
it is Ursula Andress. You're right.
Honey Ryder.
Honey Ryder.
That's right. And then Goldfinger. What was her name? She had the pilot.
I'm afraid if we say that,
Miss Galore. I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming.
I really liked that of all the Bond girls, I liked her because she could do stuff. After a while, the Bond girls almost became like mannequins. I like the fact that she was a pilot, she was a crack shot, she was an operative. She knew hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, then they gave her that name.
Well, I think that's very much almost like the Ian Fleming type thing. Right. But some of the Bond girls, are generally broken up into 2 sets, right? There's the ones that are really literally just eye candy with funny names. And then you get like when Michelle Yeoh is a Bond girl and you're like, this is the best.
All right, so I have to get through the rest of these books, so I'm going fast. All right, so Stitch number 5, cover E, 1:10 ratio.
Triple X is Barbara Bach, I think.
J. Lee, black and white. Cover F, the 1:10 ratio, Cambodias Virgin. Cover G, Cangelosi Virgin. Cover H, 1:15, J. Lee Virgin. Cover I, 1:15, Edwin Galman Virgin. Then also coming out Wednesday, Gargoyles Darkwing Duck number 1, cover A by Tad Sones. Cover B by Ivan Bigarella. Cover C by Declan Shalvey. Cover D by Cyril Cangelosi. Cover E is the blank. Cover F is the blind bag variant.
Marcus, we did do some cosplay cards, but
no, I'll do a recap of that. Just let me finish the Dynamite books. Cover H, Tad Sones. Cover I, 1:10 ratio, Declan Shalvey. Cover J, 1:15, Cangelosi, black and white. Cover K, 1:20 ratio, Declan Shalvey, Virgin. Cover L, 1:25, Cangelosi, black and white, Virgin. Cover M, 1:30 ratio, Bigarella, Virgin. Cover N, the gargoyle gray blank. Cover O, the purple blank. Cover P, the 1:7 ratio, Tad Sones, black and white. And cover Q, the 1:10 ratio, even Bigarella, sepia. All right, so the cosplay cards. Let's see. The ones we have left. Okay. So First up, Women Dynamite cosplay trading card.
Nice, Stevie.
Jackie Gaynor. I have this one for 10.
What's the slide number, Rex?
Oh, I'm sorry, 28. There it is. All right, then Women Dynamite cosplay trading card. Red Sonja, Leanne Emanuel. Have that for 10. And then Vampirella Unholy cosplay signed trading card by Anamia. So this one was claimed by CVB. If you want it, I'll see if I can find another one. No promises. So this one was claimed, but I will look to see if I have a second one. Vampirella Unholy cosplay signed trading card by Ireland Reed. All right, and that one is also 15.
CB, I wouldn't say that Bruce Lee deserved top billing. I would say Bruce Lee and Van Williams deserved equal billing, because anyone who actually, for people who actually,
when that series come out,
fans,
when that series come out, do you know?
Like 1960s. It came out with Batman, so that wasn't going to happen.
You'll take them all. Okay, so you want me to look, Marcus, see if I have the Ireland Reed one? I will look. Do you want that one if I have it? And I will email you, buddy, if I have it.
I mean, one of the things I've talked about endlessly in Green Hornet fan groups on Facebook or whatever, and people hate me for it. Kato isn't his sidekick. Kato is his partner.
So here's the thing. And the reason why Kung Fu was taken away from him. During that era, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to be blunt. No one was going to give a Chinese guy top billing. Okay, I'm not saying that studios were necessarily racist, but they assumed American side and that no one was going to watch if they did that. Maybe they were right. I don't know. But I think that was the other thing that Bruce Lee proved. That, yeah, you think so? Watch me. Hold my beer. And he went out and made Enter the Dragon, which became a huge hit. And if he didn't die, they wouldn't have put all the other ones. Okay. The poor movies that came out of Hong Kong during that period, okay, anything. People were so starved to see something else. Okay. So I'm calling it how it is. I just don't think that would ever happen. But again,
why didn't you save this rant for the Asian American Pacific Islander month thing? That would have been perfect.
Why? It's they call it a day and they try to get behind it, and no
Isn't
one
it a
cares.
month? It's a month.
A day, whatever. Okay. I do I get a discount at the Starbucks? No. So what do I get?
Oh, you should totally play that card. When they charge you full price, oh, I see exactly how it is.
I'm better off using the South Jersey Food Scene card. Get my real discount. Yeah, that's true.
You're over at the deli getting your bacon, egg, and cheese. Oh, really?
Thank you, Goob. So, yeah, I mean, it's something I witnessed, something I lived through. So, to me, it's a shame. It's a real shame that he died so young. But it is what it is.
There was question that was a natural death. There was always a question
there was always going to be that question. I think he something happened.
Well, especially during the time, it's hard to believe that a guy that fit and healthy and vibrant suddenly he's dead. Really?
It's all the time. You think about it. All right, so let's do the giveaway. All right, the giveaway is The Walking Dead number 115.
You gave away 2 Rex rants tonight. They get enough.
This is not a Rex rant. It's an actual book. All right, here we go. Spin that wheel, Jay.
Amen, Goose Skywalker. Amen. Now is always the right time to speak up.
Ryan, congrats.
Congratulations, man. Nice.
Is he clear, Jay?
Yeah, he's good.
All right, I'm always waiting for that other shoe to drop. All right.
Reaper, Jay. Rex gives, but Jay takes away.
So, for the first time in weeks, it's not unknown, and it's not Alberto. Awesome. So, thank you guys for listening to my 2 rants. Thank you, Robbie, as always. I hope I entertained you.
Robbie, you want to tell him to watch Running Man tonight or something?
Yeah, we're doing Running Man tonight. PCP movie night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Let's go.
Love this movie.
You've taken up all the promo time.
Sorry, guys. My bad.
Jade, I meant to say this, Robbie, real quick. Have you watched or done a show about Charles Bronson movie called Break Heart Pass?
No, we have not.
Do me a favor. We watched it this weekend. When you have time, check it out. It's definitely something like I've seen some of your shows. Break Heart Pass is a movie that you guys would chop up and have a lot of fun with.
All right, thank you.
It's a Western, but different.
All right. So, Jay, do we have anything coming up tonight?
So after PCP movie night, we usually have Best Coast Comics, but everyone's sick, so they're taking the night off. But come back to the experience at 10 Eastern, 9 Central. It's not set up yet, but there will be a Producers Live sales show.
Cool. All right. So, again, had a great time tonight. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, John, as always. All right.
Thanks,
tune
everybody,
in
for
Wednesday
joining us.
for a shorter Rex Ring. All right. So, take care, guys. Appreciate you all.
Have a great
Peace.
day, everybody.